Hello, Nikhil, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you call
I'm
me
there,
now?
sir.
Can you call me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Guys, good afternoon. I'm audible. Guys, I'm audible. Can you confirm?
Yes, Dinesh, we can hear you.
Okay. So let's quickly start your session. So I hope yesterday what we have completed. I hope you remembered everything, whatever that we have completed yesterday. So the thing is that we have completed. We started with what I'm going to cover the next 3.5 months that I have given, and along with that, I also given some idea with respect to cloud computing. What is meant by cloud computing? So in order to understand this one, we seen what are the different drawbacks with respect to your local data center. If you go for on-premise, the older company and all, they have invested huge money, right? So for capital expenditure, and they have to look for some place where only they have to set all the servers and all. And along with that, the maintenance cost is very high. And one more thing, the time, right? Suppose if there is an increase in load, decrease in load, what will happen? There is a scalability problem. If there is an increase in load, again, we have to allocate more number of server. It will take some time. We need some place. We have to make it as operation or maintenance cost and all. So that's a big problem. So there is a topic called availability we have covered, high availability. But if there is a reduction in server, what will happen? Again, the cost saving. There is no cost saving mechanism in your local data center on premises. So in order to avoid this one, we moved into your cloud, right? So there are different benefits in cloud, and in that, the one of the important benefits is auto scalability, auto scaling, right? So there are two types of scalability we have covered. One is horizontal scaling and the vertical scaling we have covered. And also I have given some idea what is horizontal scaling, what is vertical scaling. See, suppose whenever your data that we are processing, right, if it is increased, so we have to increase the configuration of the machine. The same machine we have to increase the power of the particular machine. That basically we can call it as a vertical scaling. Whenever you are increasing the power or maybe the capacity of the existing machine, that comes under a vertical scaling. But what is meant by horizontal scaling? Horizontal scaling is nothing but you are increasing the number of servers. Instead of increasing the configuration of one machine, you are increasing the number of server. That basically we can call it as horizontal scaling. But what do you think? Which one is best?
Horizontal scaling, sir.
Horizontal scaling, right? So 1 minute, I'm not able to enable. Yes. Yeah. So which one is best option? In the interview, people might ask, hey, what do you think? Which one is best option? So immediately you have to tell, right? Don't tell horizontal scaling. Instead of that, tell, right? It is all based on the requirement. It is all based on the client requirement and client need. That will tell you. Both have their own merits and demerits, guys. Both have their own merits and demerits. It is decided on the basis of, on the basis of need only. We cannot tell. We have to go for horizontal scaling and vertical scaling. But I will tell you when we should go for horizontal scaling, when we should go for vertical scaling. Suppose, consider like I want to, why do I need to choose the horizontal scaling first? Why should I choose horizontal scaling? Horizontal scaling. See, in horizontal scaling, we have created many server, right? We use many server. servers. We use number of servers here. We use number of servers, which is in the format of distributed format. It is distributed, right? Yes or no? Here we don't have a central server. Here your servers are distributed. Thereby, ஒருவேளை in the number of servers, maybe consider like I am using the 100 servers. I am using 100 server. This 100 server can able to process, say 10 terabyte data. 10 terabyte data that we are processing with the help of 100 user. இப்போ ஒருவேளை ஒரு சர்வரோ ரெண்டு சர்வரோ ஃபெயில் ஆனா கூட எனக்கு ஒன்றும் பெரிய பிரச்சனைலாம் கிடையாது. மீதி 98 சர்வர் என்ன பண்ணும்? தன்னுடைய வேலையை பிரிச்சுக்க போது. ஏன் கொஞ்சம் ஸ்லோ டவுன் இருக்கும், பட் அந்த அளவுக்கு ஸ்லோ டவுன் நான் பார்க்க மாட்டேன். அதான் இந்த டிஸ்ட்ரிபியூட்டர் சர்வர்ல இருக்கிற மிகப்பெரிய அட்வான்டேஜ். ஹரிசாண்டல் ஸ்கேலிங்ல இருக்க மிகப்பெரிய அட்வான்டேஜ். வாட் இஸ் த பிக்கெஸ்ட் அட்வான்டேஜ் இன் ஹரிசாண்டல் ஸ்கேலிங்? ஹியர் we are using the number of server. So ஐடில ஒரு வார்த்தை இருக்கு, ஸ்பாப். அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்னா சிங்கிள் பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் ஃபெயிலியர் அப்படின்வாங்க. சிங்கிள் பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் ஃபெயிலியர் அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? இஃப் தேர் இஸ் a failure, சிங்கிள் பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் ஃபெயிலியர்னா இப்போ அதுவே நான் வெர்டிகல் ஸ்கேலிங் போறேன்னு வச்சுப்போம். we are working with vertical scaling. When I use the vertical scaling, what will happen? When I use the vertical scaling, what will happen? Here only one server. You have only one centralized server. One centralized server. அது மட்டும் தான் என்ன பண்ணிருக்கு? உங்களுடைய 10 terabyte டேட்டாவை ப்ராசஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கு. Suppose if there is a failure, what will happen? If there is a crashes, what will happen? The entire system will down, right? Because here we have only one machine. The complete machine down. We cannot process those data. That's the biggest pain when you go for vertical scaling. Single point of failure இங்க தான். ஒரு ஃபெயில் ஆச்சுனா அவ்வளவுதான், முடிஞ்சு போச்சு. வேற வழியே கிடையாது. நம்மளுடைய வேலை எல்லாரும் ஸ்டாப் பண்ண வேண்டியதா. That is the down time. But if you go with horizontal scaling, yeah, tell me.
Sir, what is centralized server, sir?
Only one server. Only one server that is satisfying
one
the
server.
customer. Yeah. We
Okay,
used only one big server.
Okay, sir. But in horizontal server, in horizontal 100 servers is there.
Yeah.
In centralized server, one server is there.
Many servers. Number of servers.
Both configuration is 10 TB, right, sir?
Suppose I have a 10 terabyte data that I need to process. In that case, in horizontal scaling, right, we can use small server, 100 server that we are using. Right? So thereby,
Yes, sir, yes.
Even if one server fail, it will not affect, right, that much. But if we go for central or maybe the horizontal vertical scaling, here we are using only one server. If that one is failed, what will happen? The complete work is down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's the reason I'm saying. So horizontal scaling, whenever if you are working with one application where there is a parallelism, where you have some where you have multiple agents that you are using, in that case and all, it is better to go for horizontal scaling, because if one system fails, other system will take care, because it is distributed manner. It is distributed manner. So that's the advantage in horizontal scaling. And one more is the cost is saving, guys, because in horizontal scaling, right, if we have small server, right, that server is typically created on top of commodity server. That server name is commodity server. It is very cheap in the market. It is very, very cheap in the market. For that reason, if you go with horizontal scaling, you can save your cost. But if you go for vertical scaling, where you have to spend lot of money, where it is it is very expensive. It is very expensive because you are using one server where you are putting your lot of money. But if you go for horizontal scaling, whatever the server that you are using, that is a commodity server. It is very cheap in the market. But remember, but the commodity server are prone to failure. Easily it will be prone to failure. It is prone to failure. But centralized server, in case of vertical scaling, you are using one big server, right? Powerful server, that is not prone to failure. So both have their own merits and demerits. Whenever if you are thinking like, suppose if you are using one centralized server, then apparently the security aspect, it is good, right? But when you distributed your data into the multiple server, hacker can easily, hack the data. அதனால ரியல் டைம்ல வந்து நீடுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி தான். ஒருவேளை அவங்க கிட்ட மல்டிபிள் ஸ்மால் சர்வரை பயன்படுத்தி அந்த டேட்டாவை ப்ராசஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம், நிறைய parallel எக்ஸிகியூஷன் பண்ண வேண்டியதா இருக்கு, அந்த மாதிரி டைம்ல they will go for horizontal scaling. But they are thinking like ஒரு சர்வர் is more than enough, அந்த சர்வரை நம்ம பவர்ஃபுல்லா வாங்கிடலாம், பிரச்சனையே வராது அப்படின்னா in that case they will go for vertical scaling. But if you ask me AWS, which server AWS is using, I can say AWS is using hybrid scalability. Hybrid scalability கொண்ட சர்வரை தான் AWS பயன்படுது. அதுனா என்ன hybrid scalability தான் என்ன? நீடுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி. Sometime it will go for vertical scaling based on the need, and also sometime it will go for horizontal scaling. நீடுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி it will allocate. Again, நம்ம worry பண்ண வேண்டிய அவசியம் இல்லை, இது AWS வேலை. நம்மளுக்கு என்ன இருக்கு, நம்மளுக்கு தேவை சர்வர், நம்ம ஒர்க் பண்றதுக்கு எத்தனை சர்வர் வேணும்னா நம்ம கேட்க வேண்டாம், எவ்வளவு டேட்டா உங்களுக்கு ப்ராசஸ் பண்ணும், அது more than enough right for you guys. So அதனால AWS, it is using hybrid scalability. It is using both vertical and horizontal based on the need. But most of the time it will go with the horizontal scaling because it has some benefits when compared to vertical scaling. But I cannot tell like in the interview you can tell like it is all based on the client need, a business need. Are you clear with this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everyone, Anita, Kritika, Shakti, Samuel, Vignesh, are you clear with what is horizontal scaling, what is vertical scaling, hybrid scaling?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Others, can you confirm? Okay, super, fine. Right. Now let's talk about, tell me. Any question? Okay, you know some basics now. Now let me quickly move to Amazon Web Service. So you know, right, different cloud providers are available in the market. We have AWS, we have Azure, we have a Google Cloud, but most of the company they are using the Amazon Web Service. I am also going to use AWS. See, very simple. The first step, I can tell you how to create an account, because once you have your account, then only we can able to buy the virtual server, right? So what I can do, I can open the new tab. The URL is just you can type AWS. That's enough. In the Google you can type AWS. Press enter. Directly you can go for this one, aws.amazon.com sign up page. You have to create the account. Click on this. Now I already have an account, but you don't have an account. You have to create it, right? Here you can see the create a free account, right? Just click on this. Create a free account. Now you can see the sign up page. Sign up for your Amazon Web Service, and the admin user is the root user. You have to give the email address, the valid email address. You have to give it. Say suppose I'm giving my email address. The email address is something I can give. Moment, let me take. I already have an account, but I will check. Is there any account? Yes. Say suppose I'm writing Uranium Tech, and ch@gmail.com, and I'm giving an account name. Any account name we can give it. I can give like, say this is Oreni, like that. So I have to verify the email address. Guys, you have to fill your email address, valid email address, along with the give account name, and click on verify email address. And there is a verification code will be sent to your email address. Kindly, please validate that one. Let me check. I think I have given the wrong email address. 1 minute. Let me create once again. I have to create a sign up. Create a free account. I'm giving. So write uranium only tech at gmail.com and I'm giving uranium. That's it. Okay, I got actually it is saying already have an account. Better for you guys, I will create an account. Let me 1 second create a free account. Can you someone tell me some email address? If you are not registered with AWS, can you give me your email address? For you guys, if you are not registered with AWS, can you give me your email address? I will create an account. Can you ping me in the chat box if anyone interested? Guys, will you send or not? Or I can pick my email address. Okay, Yuvraj sent actually. Let me use the email address and put it here. And Yuvraj, I can use the same username here also. Say Yuvraj. Remove this dot and I can click on verify email address. And then I have to give the verification code. Yuvraj, can you check your verification order and send it to me?
Yeah, okay, Dinesh, let me check.
Yeah.
I will post it in the chat itself.
Okay. Yes. We sent.
Yeah, sent. 241893.
Okay, fine. So yes. Click on verify. And Yuvraj, I will create the password now. Later, I will share you this one.
Okay, sure.
Okay. I can click on continue. So this password is publicly known through your data set, leaked from a third party. Okay, let me give some strong password. Okay, it is done. So then here you can see how do you plan to use AWS, whether it is a business or personal. Definitely it is not a business. I can go with the personal. You can click on personal. And who should we contact about this account? I have to give some basic information. Yuvraj, can you give me your spelling? Yuvraj, correct? Yuvraj, is it your full name?
Yuvarajan Parthasarathi is my full name.
Yuvarajan, is that right? Yuvarajan?
Let me put it in the chat.
Yeah, you can put it in the chat. Okay, so can you copy this and give me your mobile number also. Give me your mobile number. Okay. So the basic information you have to fill it, and it is an India. I'm selecting India, and I have to give address and all, but that and all not mandatory. Maybe let me make it as Chennai. And city also I can make it as Chennai. And state is Tamil Nadu. And postal code, something I can give it here. And I have read the AWS agreement and click on continue step number 2. The final step is, it is the billing information. Guys, you have to provide your credit or debit card information here. Credit or debit card information. And no need to give the PAN card or not. If you want, you can give it, no issues. But when you give the credit card or debit card, what will happen? 2 rupees. It will be deducted from your account. But after I think 24 hours, it will be given to again to your account itself. Okay. It will be recredited, no issue. Right? So, but it is for only for security reason. So you have to give this billing information, you have to give it. And they have given, right? We will not charge for you for charge below AWS free tiger. We may temporarily hold up $1 USD, but it is not actually 2 rupees, I think so, or an equivalent amount in local currency as a pending transaction for 3 to 5 days to verify your identity. Once it is done, it will be recredited in your account. Right? So I'm not going to fill this credit or debit card information. You guys can fill it. Are you clear?
Okay, Dinesh, fine.
Everyone? Any question?
Yes, Dinesh.
So try to create an AWS account, guys. Once your account got created, you can directly go for sign in. I already have an account. Let me click on this sign in. Right? So here you have a 2 user, right? One is the root user and IAM user. As of now, I'm not go with the IAM user. I go with the root user. Here you have to give the email address. So I have my email address that I can use it for login. And click on next. And I have to give my password also. I can give my password and click on sign in. Once you click on your AWS management console, this is the AWS management console. This and all I have visited recently. That's the reason you can able to see, but don't need to worry. You can see like this. This is called as AWS management console. Guys, one by one we will see. There are a lot of things in first page itself, but I'm not going to cover everything, right? So one by one we will cover, because 30-35 hours we are going to invest on AWS. Definitely we will learn, but this is the AWS management console. Once you sign in, you can see, right, your username. My username is Dinesh. I can able to see Dinesh here. And different information, account, organization, service code, the billing information, any security part and settings, everything you can see it. And later we will come back here. No need to worry as of now. Now, can you see something here? This is very important. This is very important, which is this one. What is this one? This is nothing but region. What is this one? It is a region. Now the question is, what is region? What is mean by region? In the real time also, people might ask this question. In the interview also, people might ask, what is mean by region? Because there are different region in AWS. What is mean by region? I will tell you. If you ask me simply what is region, it's a geographical area. Geographical area. Geographical location, I can call. Geographical area, it is nothing but your region. But what is this geographical location? Because this AWS people, you know, they have created many regions. When you click on this, here you can see many regions. In USA, we have a 4 regions. What are they? USA East, Ohio, North Virginia, North California, and Oregon. That and all is the region from USA. And in Asia also, Mumbai we have a region, Osaka, Seoul, Singapore, Sydney, Tokyo. That and all is an Asia region. And Canada, we have one central region. In Europe also, we have a many region. Right? I think 3, 5, 6, again 9, 12, 15, 16, around the 16 region I can able to see it here. I can show you. See, let me type AWS regions. and I can open this global infrastructure of your region. See, AWS people, you know, right? Suppose if I want to deploy any application, what we require? We require that server. But if you make the data center or on-premise, there are a lot of money that you are spending. But for that, what AWS people they have done, they have created many data centers, many regions. In region, what you can see the data centers. There are physical servers, plenty of servers. See, North America, in that they have many regions. See, you can see many regions here. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that we have many regions. See, here we have Canada Central, and we have a North Virginia, Ohio, and AWS Cloud, North California, Oregon, and all. If you take South America, they have some region. So they have region on Palo. If you take Europe, they have a many region. In Middle East, they have a region. Africa, we have region. Asia Pacific, they have a region. Australia also, they have a region. They have many region, guys. So when I say region, if someone is asking what is in the region, region is nothing but geographical location. How many regions they have? Around 31 launched region. In AWS, there are 31 launched region available. So in every region, you can find the multiple server. If someone is asking, right, hey Dinesh, where are you from? I'm telling, right, I'm from Asia. I'm telling I'm from Asia. Is that right answer? Yes, of course. It is the right answer. But it is not a specific, right? In Asia itself, we have many local data center, many physical servers exist, which is done by the AWS people. So what the AWS people they have done, right? AWS people, they have created the many region. They have created the many region, and till again, in every region, they have created many availability zone also. They have created many availability zones. Suppose if you take one region, say consider I am taking one region, USA region. It is an USA region. In USA region itself, they have created many availability zone. Many availability zone. See, 1 minute. See, they have around how many region? There are 31 launch region available. And in, let me come. And here you can see, right?
Sir,
Yeah,
sir, I have one doubt, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, availability regions means nothing but sub-regions, right, sir?
In a region, Nikhil, one region has more than 2 or 3 availability zones. In every region,
Yes.
we have a many availability zone. Inside the availability zone only, they have kept their servers, data centers.
Yes. Yes.
It is not a sub-region, maybe we can call it as a sub-region, but in a region, you can find many availability zone. It is one availability zone. And there are many availability zone, you can able to see it in a region. So this is one availability zone. And this is one more availability zone. And this is one more availability zone. Like that, they have created many availability zone in a region. But if you ask me where is the region exist, I can able to answer. Where is the region exist? In North Virginia, we have a region. Ohio, we have a region. California is the region. Oregon is a region. But if you ask me where is the availability zone exist, I cannot tell, because even the people they are working in AWS, they also don't know. Remember, because for some security reason, AWS is not revealing those parts. For security reason, AWS is not revealing those parts. So remember, in a region, we have many availability zone, but AWS people, they didn't reveal in which location we have a availability zone and all. Are you clear with this? Are you clear what is in the region, what is in the availability zone? Availability zone means where your physical, where AWS physical server exists. Where your physical servers, when I say physical servers, data centers. Data centers. or on-premise exists. That we can call it as availability zone. In a region, we have many availability zones, 2 or 3 availability zones, or even 5 availability zones also available. But in the availability zone only, we can able to see what? We can able to see data centers. But if we don't know where the availability zone exists. Are you clear with this? Any question? What is zone? What is region? What is availability zone? Can you quickly confirm? Can you confirm, guys? I need to move. Miss, are you there?
Yes, Dinesh, it's fine.
Okay. See, in AWS around we have a 31 launched region. How many availability zones are available? Around 99 availability zones are there in AWS. There are 99 availability zones are present. Now the question is, which region I have to select? There are many regions here. Which region I have to select? Can you tell me which region I have to select? I have to select
Asia,
Canada,
Asia,
Asia. Okay,
Mumbai.
Mumbai. Okay, maybe tell me. Suppose if I select Europe, can I able to create instance or not?
Yes, sir.
Can I able to create the virtual server? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I can able to create the virtual server. Now, where the physical server exists? Where the physical server
Europe,
exists?
Europe, sir.
Europe only
Europe,
there is
sir.
a physical server. Exactly. Now,
Yes, sir.
I have a question, guys, for you. Let me tell me. I will take one scenario. Scenario number 1. Scenario number 1. Suppose there is a developer. They are working on some application. But for this application, right? The client is in, maybe the application name is Guardian. And it is going to used by customer in USA. So there is a application, the developer, they are from India. Maybe the developer is in Chennai. Consider like developer is in Chennai. He is working on one application, web application. The application name is Guardian Healthcare. It is one healthcare application is working on. And this application is used by USA customer. Now tell me which region I have to select, whether USA region or Asia region. Can you confirm?
Asia region, sir.
Asia region. Others? Kritika, what do you think? Rio, Shakti, Samjay, which region I have to select? Whether USA region or Chennai region, Asia region. First of all, you got my question.
Chennai.
Chennai, we don't have any region, but Asia, we have a region, many regions.
Asia.
Everyone is saying Asia region.
Under Asia, we can select
Kritika, now I have a question. Tell me, who is going to use this application? USA people or Indian people?
Indian people, sir.
Who is going to use this application? Yeah, I said USA. I
Finally
said the
said,
Chennai, the developer is working for the application, Guardian application. This application is going to use by the USA customer.
What?
Now tell me, who is the customer? He is in USA or Chennai?
Yes, yes, sir.
USA. Now tell me which region I have to select.
Asian region, sir.
No, man. Region should be
Sir.
customer specific. Region should be selected. Region should be selected.
It should
on
be in
customer.
the around customer area.
Yes, first based on customer place. How you can select the Asia? We are not going to use the application. This application is going to utilize by the USA customer. Then how can I select the region? Nikhil.
Sir, but developer is in Asian
Even
region.
though I'm in
sir.
Chennai, man, I'm just going to develop the application. I'm not going to use that application, right?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Suppose the company, it is in India, right? But we are
Actually,
all working with the client, right?
company, no?
Yeah. Sorry, tell me. Tell me, Kritik.
Actually, it's an Indian company, so the developer in Chennai.
Yes, the Indian company developer is in Chennai, but we are working for USA customer.
Hello.
Yes, Kritika, what I mentioned, it is for USA customer. Then we have to select the region based on the customer place. Are you clear?
Yes, as per customer specification, that server is in customer location, right, sir?
Exactly. This application, the end user is in USA, not in India. Even though
Okay.
we are in India because we are the developer. We are just developing. That's it.
Okay, sir.
So suppose, let me take one more scenario. Say suppose there is an application. There is an application which is developed by you. You have developed one application, say https://www dot maybe example.com. This is the application you have developed. It's a shopping website. Consider like it's a shopping website. For this application, we have a customer. For this application, we have a customer in India. In India, we have a customer. In maybe USA also, we have a customer. In USA also, we have a customer. Consider like in Australia also, we have a customer. Australia also, we have a customer. What I'm saying, so there is a shopping application that I have developed actually. So this application has many customers. They are in India, they are in USA, and they are in Australia also. So this is Indian customer. And this one, USA customer. And this one, let me take Australia. Now, when you develop this application, you have to deploy, right? You have to host this application on some server. Now tell me which region you have to select. Whether it is an Asia region or USA region or Australia region. Which region you have to select?
I think mid of three regions. Mid of these three regions.
No. No. Others, can you try? Which region you have to select?
As per the customer,
Yeah, I said right. Customer, they are in Australia also. This is the having the
nearby
most
region.
India.
Sorry. There's only one or two giving the answer. Others?
Sir, in USA, sir.
No. Why should I select USA?
So between India and Australia, USA is there, no, sir. So that's it.
Actually, I have written like that. It is not true, right? Okay. Okay. Remember how you have to select the region, right? Here again, you have to see number of customers. Here you have to focus on number of customers. Wherever the number of customer is high. Suppose if in India we have a 1 lakh customer, in USA if you have a 1 crore customer, in Australia suppose if it is the 50 lakh customer, which one you have to select? You have to select the USA customer based on number of users. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And one more thing is, remember, sometime, suppose I'm working with one finance application. Say I'm in USA, I'm working with some finance application, or maybe consider like I'm in Australia. I'm in Australia. I'm working with some finance application. And this application has all the, all the data pertaining to Australian customer or Australian user, Australian people. Australian people detail everything, is it available? Is it available inside this finance application? Now, but this application, it is going to used by Indian people also. Consider like this application maybe it is used by Indian people also or Asian people also. Now this time, which server you have to select? Whether it's an Asia or Australia, if you ask me, suppose if the Australia don't want to share the finance information about their people, right, to the Asian people, then what they can do, right, they can have a strong rule, and if they have a strong rule and all, in that case, they can protect the data by creating the server only on Australia servers. They can use only Australia servers. Because why? Because this has the data, this has the finance data, maybe some with respect to some numbers or identical number, some confidential data. If it is available, then I cannot share it to Asian people, right? That time what you can do not to make it confidential, we can use it what? We can use it server within Australia itself. You should not select the region from other region. So this is also possible. Again, it is all again based on maybe country, based on people, again based on number of count, everything it depends. Are you getting my point? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, but most of the time in the real time, we will create the region with respect to the customer count and where we have many customers and in which region the customer they are using. Based on that, we can create the server. But if you work with some banking application and all or healthcare application where there are lot of transaction is happening, that time mostly they will go for some confidentiality. Based on that, they will select the region also. Remember. Now this is region. In your region, what I can say? In the region, we have many availability zones, 2 or 3 availability zones, 4, 5 availability zones also. But we don't know where the availability zones are exist. Right? So any question so far? What is mean by region? What is availability zone? Any question? Right. But most of the time, in my practical session also, or even in the real time, people will select, right, USA region. Mostly they will go for USA region because most of the time we will work with USA projects only. Around 60-70% projects in India, it is based on USA region. But one more thing is, so whenever if any new feature or new service is introduced by AWS, they will introduce those features in first time, they will do it inside the USA only. Later only they will go for Asia or Europe or America, that Australia and all. First time they will go for USA only. The new feature, whatever that got introduced, right, that will be, they will do the check on USA region only. That's the reason, I always prefer North Virginia or Ohio region. Because here definitely you don't see the downtime and all. Because whatever the server they have kept inside the US region is more powerful. Even if you are not able to create one instance, in a few seconds, you will get the backup also. You will get the another instance also. So North Virginia and Ohio, it is having the millions of servers, right? But again, you can go for any region based on your need actually. Based on your real time, you can select particular region. But for practice point of view, try to go with North Virginia or maybe some other region. Even if you go with other region also, there is no problem. But the thing is, you have to know the region. In your region, we have many availability zones. So let me tell you one more thing. Suppose we have one region, or maybe we have an application. The application is say Netflix. Netflix is an application you are using. This Netflix is application which is having the customer, which is having the customer in India. Definitely in India we have a customer for Netflix. In the same way, we also have a customer in USA also. In USA also we have a customer, and maybe in Australia also we have a customer, or Europe also we have a customer. Australia also we have a customer. Netflix basically it is hosted on USA. Netflix is from USA. Definitely the server that is created for Netflix also mostly 99% I can tell like it is a USA region. Now the question is, which region or which country they will get the good performance while watching the Netflix. If you are watching the Netflix, who will get the good performance? Who will get maybe clarity on the picture? Whether the India user or USA or Australia? Tell me. Can you confirm? Who will get the higher performance? When you see the application, right? You will think like it's providing the good performance. Whether an Indian user or USA user or Australian user.
USA.
USA. Why you are saying USA?
Because that application has been developed in USA and that region itself, many availability zones will be available. So
Exactly.
that's
The thing is, even though many availability zone, but USA is the region where only the customers also available. Thereby, you can definitely tell, right? The latency is very low. Distance, latency is very small. So when latency is small, definitely that people will get the higher performance. But if you take India, from USA to India, maybe latency is somewhat high when compared to USA. Then obviously, here we will get the low performance. But in Australia also, the latency is high, you will get the low performance. So in order to, handle this particular problem, what this AWS people they have done, in addition to this availability zone, in every region, they kept many edge location. They kept many edge location. We have edge location. Additional to your availability zone, they also kept, okay, edge location. In every region, you can also find edge location. So what is the purpose of edge location, if you ask me? See, when you get the data from this North region to India, latency is very high, definitely will not get the good performance. For that reason, they kept some edge location inside your place actually. Maybe inside Chennai, we have many edge location. If you take Coimbatore, they have a edge location. Like that, inside some place, they have kept some edge location. Thereby, whatever the data that you are getting, right, from this North Virginia region to your India customer, right? But you are not getting directly. Instead of that, that will be catched inside the edge location. Your data will be catched using some catching technology. See, suppose if you are using the YouTube, you have an internet connection. When you watch the YouTube, maybe it is providing a good performance. But if you don't have a proper internet connectivity, what will happen? There is a bit in performance, right? But that time, suppose if you download that YouTube and when you watch, even if you don't have internet connectivity, you can able to have the clear image, right? That's the difference between when you download the video and actively seeing the video inside the internet. In the same way, what the AWS people they have done, in every location, they have created different edge location. Thereby, what will happen? Whatever the data that you are getting from some region to the particular place, they will catch it. See, sometimes you can feel it, right? When you open your browser, you will type facebook.com. First time when you open, right, it will take some time. But when you give username and password, when you complete that one, the data will be cached in your mobile. Thereby, next time when you open, right, immediately you will get that application. Do you feel that? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
That's called catching, right? So the data will be cached in particular place. Through that, you can utilize the particular application. Thereby, USA people, Australian people, and Indian people, everyone will get the same performance because of edge location, because your data will be initially cached over there. So in AWS, we have a region, we have a availability zone, we have a edge location. Around 400 plus edge location they have. 400 plus edge locations they have. So they have a 31 launched region, around 99 availability zone, and the 410 plus edge locations they have. 400 plus edge location. So what is edge location? They will use some catching technology. Thereby your data will be catched first. Then only the application, the user can use it. Thereby you also will get the good performance. Again, we don't know where the edge location is also placed. Where the edge location is available, where the availability zone available, that and all we cannot tell. Only thing is we know region. Region has many availability zones. Am I clear? Any questions so far? ஏதாவது டவுட் இருந்தா கேளுங்க. நான் இது வரைக்கும் சொன்னதுல ரீஜியன், அவைலபிலிட்டி ஜோன், எட்ஜ் லொகேஷன் இந்த மூணுத்துக்கு ஏதாவது வித்தியாசம் புரியல அப்படின்னா சொல்லுங்க. Guys, any question?
No, sir.
Right. So quickly, I can tell you something. What is a region? So region means it is a specific geographical location, specific geographical location where AWS data centers are located. So in AWS we have multiple region. Actually we have a multiple region in AWS around the world, guys. Around the world we have a many region. That for what? In order to serve customers with low latency and high performance. What AWS people they have done? They have created many regions in order to serve the customer with a low latency and higher performance. So what is availability zone? If you ask me what is meant by availability zones? Availability zone, it is a physically maybe isolated data center. Physically isolated data center within a region. Within a region we have many availability zone. Inside that you only can see the data center. See, remember this availability zone are designed to be an independent, guys. To be an independent of each other. Every availability zone are independent of each other. And if you ask me what is edge location? I already told you. Edge location, it is to provide a good performance. They have created catching mechanism. Like it is a location. It is a location where your data is catched. Where data is catched or maybe stored by they are using a CDN service, guys. Using by AWS CDN. CDN means content delivery network. Using this service, actually they are storing your data. Which mechanism they are using? They are using the content delivery network mechanism. Using that they are catching your data. So the main focus of your edge locations is, so it is to reduce the latency and improve the performance for delivering the content to user by catching the content closest to him, right? So that's the basic difference between region, availability zone and edge location. In region we have a many availability zone. Availability zone, that's where we have a data center that is very independent, and edge location where you can able to see the data will be cached in order to give the good performance. Near to the customer, they will face many edge location. Any questions so far? No question? Right. So we have a region, right? Maybe I can select North Virginia as of now. I have selected the North Virginia is a region, or you can select any region also. Whatever the region that you want, you can select it. Now, see guys here, whenever you join AWS course, okay, someone asked a question. Could you summarize what we saw today in 1 or 2 minutes? Yes, Samuel, we can do. So today, I taught two things. What is horizontal scaling? What is vertical scaling? What is hybrid scaling? Whenever you want to access or you want to handle more amount of data, instead of increasing the number of server, you are increasing the size of the particular server. That is vertical scaling. But when you increase the number of server, that comes under horizontal scaling. But AWS will go for hybrid scaling. Based on the requirement, based on the need, they will select horizontal or vertical. But the thing is, in horizontal scaling, whatever the servers, they are using something called a commodity server that is very cheap. Thereby you can save your money. But thing is, whenever it is a distributed format, thereby one server is failed also, it will not affect other server. Your application is up and running. That's the advantage in your horizontal scaling. But if you go with the vertical scaling, we have only one server, one big server. If it is failed, what will happen? The entire system will be collapsed. And then we logged into, or we created one AWS account, right? For Yuvraj, we have done the demo and all. So the same thing, you have to create an account. Once you create an account, you can see a first option, which is nothing but region. If you ask me what is region, it is the geographical location. We have a many region around the world. In a region only, we have a many availability zone. We know where the region exists. Around 30 plus regions are available, but we don't know where the availability zone exists. Availability zone is the place where you can see the data centers, where you can see the servers, the physical servers. See, we want to spend a lot of money in order to create one infrastructure. For that reason only we are going for AWS. Then AWS has to serve, right, to the customer. AWS has to provide the virtual server. How they will provide the virtual server? If they have the physical server, right? Without physical server, how can I provide the virtual server? For that reason only they have placed their physical server around the world, using the region, using the availability zone. But the next question is, what is edge location? Sometimes, if the data or the maybe content is delivered to the USA customer, if the customer is in USA, they will get the good performance compared to Asia or maybe Europe. That time, I also should get the good performance, right? For that reason, in every location, what AWS made, some edge location, thereby using CDN, content delivery network, they catch the data. Through that, we can able to take the data and we can able to have the gooder performance also. So this is what we have covered in our 1 hour session. Any questions so far? Can you quickly confirm, can we continue for next 30 minutes or we will go with tomorrow? What do you think? We will continue or tomorrow? Others? Guys, are you there or not?
Anything is fine, sir.
I think two of you guys saying like we can continue tomorrow. Maybe no problem. So what do you think? Like today, please create AWS account and you can give the valid credit card and debit card information. Have the AWS account up and ready. So tomorrow we will create our first instance, which is EC2. Elastic Cloud Computing, EC2. Yeah, tomorrow we will cover what is EC2 and all. But what you guys can do, just to create an account and whatever the notes, right, I can share you. So those notes also you can see it. We'll see tomorrow. Fine. Thank you guys. Bye.
Thank you, sir.